The Lexus IS has been the entry-level compact sports sedan in the Lexus model lineup ever since 2001. Introduced for its third generation 3 years ago, the IS continues to be a solid choice in this class. However, is it the class leader? Well, let's go ahead and find out and check out and take a closer look at this 2017 Lexus IS and see how it competes in the compact luxury sports sedan class. Now for 2017, the IS actually sees a mid-cycle refresh. Now this refresh includes updated styling for the vehicle on the outside and on the inside too, but they really updated the front fascia, and the spindle grille that Lexus has always had has been toned down for the 2017 model year here, but the front end certainly looks more like the GS's this time around. And then on the rear end of the IS here, you do get some new amber turn signals, but overall it's still a pretty nice looking package. But I think the updates here for the styling didn't really make the vehicle much more stylish in my opinion. But you do have these nice looking alloy wheels too that we do get on the F Sports package, and then on the inside you do get red leather that comes with the F Sports package as well. Now the IS has been in this generation since the 2014 model year, and for 2017 the powertrains do carry over. You still do get a turbocharged 4-cylinder that's available, and then a 3.5 liter V6. There's no hybrid available for the IS just yet. Now here goes the key fob design for the IS here. You have your lock, unlock, to release your trunk, and then your panic alarm. Now this color of the IS is known as the Ultra White, one of the most popular colors for this vehicle. You also do have smart key access on the driver's door and the front passenger door. And on the interior here you will find red leather. Comes with the F Sports package. And you have your power driver's seat with power recline and power lumbar. Alright, now stepping on inside of the IS here, the biggest update that Lexus has made for the 2017 IS is this new 10-inch screen for the main head unit. It certainly looks much better and much more modern this time around. The previous head unit was pretty small and pretty dated. But as you can see, this is a beautifully designed interior. Now you do have push button ignition, of course. Just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start. And what you're hearing there is a 3.5 liter V6. You have a full leather wrap steering wheel. Coming to your transmission, 8-speed automatic transmission here with manual shiftability. You also do have paddle shifters. When you put the vehicle into reverse, this displays the rear view camera with guidance lines as well as trajectory. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the headlights and the hazards. Let's go ahead and check out the exterior of the IS. All windows are fully automatic in the vehicle. Pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Now for the longest time, the IS here has been competing with the BMW 3 Series to be the top sales king in the compact luxury sports sedan class. You have 18-inch alloy wheels. Coming up front, LED headlights and LED daytime running lights. Powering the IS here is your optional powertrain. It's a 3.5 liter V6 that produces 306 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 277 pound-feet of torque at 4,800 RPM, with EPA estimates being an okay 19 in the city and 28 on the highway. Now you can go for rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive for for this vehicle. And your base powertrain on the IS, if you're looking for better fuel efficiency, you'll want to go with the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. But if you want more power out of this vehicle and you want more driving excitement, go with this 3.5-liter V6. There's plenty of power on tap here. Competitors of the IS, you have the vehicles in the compact luxury sports sedan class. This includes the likes of the BMW 3 Series, Mercedes-Benz C-Class, Audi A4, and the Cadillac ATS. You have blind spot detection, of course. Total vehicle price for our particular IS is $49,689. Overall vehicle score hasn't been rated yet. And then the final assembly point for this vehicle is actually in Toyota, Japan. Coming to the rear of the IS, like I said, you do have these new amber turn signals. Not really sure how I feel about those, but you do have LED taillights and dual exhaust tips as well as rear reflectors. Interior quality is superb in the IS here, and fit and finish is impeccable. There's plenty of soft touch materials inside of this interior, and you'll find them on the door panels here and on top of the dashboard. You also do have some nice stitching, red contrast stitching that matches the seats. That's really nice. And then also the build quality is pretty good. Everything feels pretty tight and sturdy inside of here. Overall, interior quality is certainly very competitive in this segment. Now coming to the steering wheel design, love the steering wheel with the F Sports package here. And you do get steering wheel mounted audio controls, Bluetooth phone controls, as well as voice recognition. Over here you'll find your controls for the TFT instrument cluster, which is inspired by Lexus's supercar LFA. And I'll get to that in just a minute. You also do have your adaptive cruise control, as well as your forward collision alert and your lane departure warning. And there's an okay range of adjustment when it comes to the tilting and the telescoping for the steering wheel. Certainly can be a little bit better. Over here you will find your automatic high beams as well as your blind spot monitoring button. As far as visibility goes in the IS, it's pretty good. There's lots of glass area all around for the most part, and seeing out of the rear is pretty easy too. Seeing out of the windshield is also not too shabby either. You have a new auto dimming rearview mirror that looks a lot more stylish this time around, and you have your garage home link. That's a safety connect, your map lights, which I'm surprised that they're not LED, and you also do have your sunroof with your sunroof controls. Glove box. Now since we do get the F Sports package here, we also do get these uniquely designed seats, and they're fairly stylish, but they hold you in place pretty well too. Pretty good amount of side bolstering right here, and thigh support is pretty good. Down here you will find your heated seats as well as your ventilated front seats, 3-staged for the driver and the front passenger. Right here is your main controller for the Lexus N-Form system, which I will get to in just a minute. And then you also do have your different driver selectable modes. You have 3 different driving modes. You have your Eco mode, which is the most fuel efficient setting, a normal, and then you also do have your Sports mode as well as Sports Plus. Now these different driving modes, they do change the throttle response for the vehicle as well as the steering feel. You also do have a snow mode and your traction control off button. Dual cup holders, and not a whole lot of center console storage inside of here, but many vehicles in this class don't have much center console storage, so it's not a huge problem there. You have 2 USB ports and your auxiliary input. And right here you will find your climate controls. You have dual zone automatic climate control, and you have touch sensitive buttons on the sides right here for the temperatures, and they are calibrated pretty well here. You have your fan speeds and your different zones. It's pretty simple and easy to use, and I love the layout. Alright, now let's get to the main head unit and the infotainment system. This is the Lexus N-Form system, And like I said, for 2017, Lexus has updated the head unit. It's now a 10-inch screen, and it's much bigger this time around. That was one of my biggest complaints about the 2014 to 2016 Lexus IS, was that the head unit was pretty small here, but they fixed that issue. Now, this is your main menu right here, and your Lexus Inform system is controlled by the mouse-like controller down here, as well as the buttons surrounding it. Now, this mouse-like controller can be distracting to use at times, especially when you are driving. Now, coming to your navigation system, you can enter in your destination by the address, points of interest, destination assist, which you can call a live person and ask for directions to your destination. And then you also do have your previous destinations. Now, over here you also do have your map. Now, the map quality in the IS, as well as pretty much the whole Lexus and Toyota brand, is that the map quality is just okay at best. Now, when Lexus is competing with vehicles like BMW, Mercedes, and Audi, they have much better maps and navigation systems. They have Google-like Earth map views, and this is just pretty basic. Now, it does what it needs to do, and it's pretty simple. That's the best way to explain it, but it shows you your live traffic and your points of interest and all that good stuff, but there's really nothing that's special about it here. But the rendering is okay, and the quality is okay. It's just, it doesn't do anything special. And I love the maps from Mercedes, BMWs, and Audis. They just look a lot better and much more modern. This looks certainly a little dated here in terms of its interface. Now, coming to your different audio sources, pretty much have all the basic stuff here: AM, FM, XM, satellite radio. You also do have Bluetooth streaming audio, as well as your CD player with your optical disc drive and your USB port with iPod integration. And then coming back to your main menu here, coming to your phone, you can hook up your Bluetooth phone, have all of your contacts stored on here. And then your Lexus app suite, which you can access various apps through your smartphone data connection, like iHeart, Radio, Pandora, all that good stuff. And you could control some of your climate functions from here if you don't want to do it by the buttons down here. And you have your info with your fuel consumption. It gives you a little bar graph. And your traffic incidents, weather, Lexus Insider, and vehicle alert history. Over here you have your setup. You could change many different settings for the system, such as the Bluetooth, audio, your phone, vehicle, lots of different settings here. Overall, I do like the Lexus Inform system. However, the navigation system, they do need to update that. But I love how they made the head unit much bigger this time around. And also make sure to don't be distracted when using this, because this can be distracting to use at times when you're driving this vehicle. But overall, the Lexus Inform system is okay. Now, what I do like about the IS's interior is the analog clock. It certainly gives it a much classier and high quality feel inside of here. Now, coming to the gauge cluster, this is a TFT instrument cluster, and it's not a traditional kind of setup here. And it's inspired by the Lexus LFA supercar. And this only comes when you get the F Sports package. But what's pretty cool is that you can move it like this. Now, a lot of vehicles don't do that. I really love that feature. And you also do have your fuel range. It shows you all of your vehicle information. It's controlled by the buttons on the steering wheel. And then also you have an eco indicator, tire pressure monitoring, shows you your gear position, your sway warning, and then it shows you your direction of travel as well. And it shows you what audio source is playing, what radio station. Then over here you have your safety technologies, such as your lane departure warning, as well as your adaptive cruise control, any warning messages for the vehicle, and then settings that you could change, vehicle settings, such as the scheduled maintenance. But overall, really love the rendering and the graphics on the TFT instrument cluster here. And you also do have your fuel gauge down there, as well as your coolant temperature and your exterior temperature readout. Now over here you also can see your current fuel economy, and it shows you your fuel range right here too. And then you have your tachometer as well as your digital speedometer. And then you have your fuel gauge right here in this mode, and then you also do have your coolant temperature right there. But if you switch it over like this, then it'll show on this side. Now, as far as the way the IS drives, now the IS is one of the best driving vehicles in the compact luxury sports sedan class, depending on which powertrain you get for the vehicle. Get the 3.5 liter V6 and you're guaranteed that you'll have a lot of excitement and joy when driving this car here. And the steering feel, especially when in the sports mode, the steering is predictable and it's pretty fun around corners. You can feel for where this vehicle is trying to go, and it just feels nice. This vehicle really does provide a whole lot of driver engagement, and it feels nimble around corners. You want to throw this vehicle around corners, which is, you know, you can't say that about a lot of luxury sedans. But overall, this IS is certainly a joy to drive, and the 3.5 liter V6 provides a lot of power on tap here. But if you go with the 2 liter turbo 4-cylinder, there's still a decent amount of power, and it's more fuel efficient than the V6. Much more fuel efficient, actually. But overall, the ride quality is also pretty good too. It's not harsh, but it's not a floaty boat or anything like that. It's not a typical Lexus ride quality. It's not like how you'll find in the Lexus LS or the ES, where it provides a very smooth, comfortable, cuddling, quiet ride. The IS is a much different vehicle here. If you're looking for fun, then the IS won't disappoint. Alright, and let's go ahead and shut down the IS. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Materials do follow through in the rear. Now, sitting back here, the legroom is pretty average for the class, as well as the headroom too. You do have dual map pockets, rear air vents. The seats themselves back here are fairly comfortable, and rear adjustable headrests for all 3 seats. You also do have a rear center armrest with cup holders. Overall, certainly not too shabby. I wish the IS did offer a panoramic sunroof. Alright. Trunk space is okay. You have your cargo net, and the rear seats do fold down in the IS 60/40 split. And you have your Lexus first aid kit right there, as well as your all-weather floor mats, not carpeted floor mats. So with its new updates, with its added standard safety technology, as well as its updated head unit, the 2017 Lexus IS remains a pretty good choice for a compact luxury sports sedan. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.